Single shots only. Another kind of loadout challenge, to call it that the pump flip and fire pack has made a lot more interesting with the introduction of the 410 folding shotgun. So today, we're out here on Vurhonga Savanna with single shots only. We've got the 410, we've got the Gandhair rifle, we've got the 7mm Empress, and we could do the 243 pistol, but I think bringing the cap-lock muzzleloader with round balls makes this a whole lot more challenging. And Exhibit A on that, got a bunch of springbuck out here, and using the cap-lock muzzleloader and round balls, the maximum zero range is 100 meters, so obviously, we're gonna have to get a whole lot closer. So, gonna try to move in, get into range on that level 3, and we'll see if we can land the shot. And I mean, it's really playing out right in front of us, like, because we have to get further away, the grass really hides stuff, but that's the one that we want. It's about 120. I don't know what the holdover looks like with the round balls, but I think we'll attempt it as soon as he kind of calms down here. Just sit still for a second. That worked just fine. So not too bad. And I'm looking forward to this. You guys know I really like to do just different loadouts, challenging loadouts, whatever. I love finding, what challenges that it presents and finding a way to overcome them, whether that's getting closer or, using some kind of different method for taking those shots. Looks like here with the round balls will be okay for springbuck. And by the way, they did fix that. Level 5s will actually be able to be diamond and stuff again. Nice little hooks on those. Still not a huge fan of the springbuck true horns, but you see, 61 gold. There was a little period of time there where I don't think they could even score that high. So heart and double lung. Good to know the holdover's not insane with the round balls, at least out to 130. And, what is it? It's 1030 in this server? Don't want to run into that guy, so we'll maybe sort of head up that direction. And there we see the rare look at the African Bigfoot. It's so hilarious you can see characters 700 meters away. I want to, shoot over there, but I'll leave them alone. Now, there is another thing here, and we're going to give it a shot. 410 buckshot is ethical for classes 2 and 3, and the wind is a little iffy here, but I think we can probably make it work if we move to the left. It's not something I want to use a whole lot, but if by chance we find a rare or potential diamond jackal, that is literally our only option. So I'd rather at least, mess with it a little bit here and have an idea what we're dealing with in case we run into that scenario later on. So that's the best one right there at 35 meters. I feel like that's going to be a little iffy, but if there's ever a time to test it, I would say it's now. We still have this stupid reticle on here, the same one we shot our super rare mule deer with. Anyway, gonna stand up to see through the grass. I think I want his head up, just because there's less shoulder in the way. Let's see if that punch through and actually gets a lung. Not going down yet, so it might not be a bad idea to pop another round in here. I don't think that did. We hit him again. Oh, that got vitals. Alright then. Well, let's sort of investigate and see what actually happened here. Oh, now he's just gonna stand there. Poor guy. He's not going down fast. Maybe it was vital the first time. I don't think so. But that is why we test things. Oh, no, it did. It got left lung. One singular pellet did at 38 meters. And then at 19, maybe 2 of them. Sure, not a lot of buckshot pellets in there to begin with. But hey, frankly, most of these Vurhonga hunts, we don't even shoot a jackal, but if it happens, it's really good to know what we're working with, because that is literally our only option. And hey, in single player, we can reset the time and get him into a zone. It might not happen that way in multiplayer. We gotta know what our limits are. So first lion of the day, a level 7, and keep in mind we have the Gandhair, we could go 7mm, but that kind of feels like not the entire point. Try to lead him by a decent bit, because it is a slow moving round. Did we not get that? I felt pretty good about it. He is not going down. I mean, I guess we can try the 7mm if he does slow down. I wonder where that actually hit. Maybe it was too far forward. We get a trot out of him. Basically just paused there for a second. Surely that got into something. Dropping now? I don't know. So the time got reset here. It is early morning, and I wanted to check a couple of spots for Gensbuck. They're done drinking at 6. By the time we go and find him, they're pretty well going to be out of their zones. So as expected, a little after 6 now as we get up to this guy, but what actually happened here? First shot, pretty much hit where we wanted it. It's just a tiny bit too far forward. just a millisecond later, and that was going to be right in the lungs. And it was a liver shot the second time. And that explains why he didn't go down very quick. That's a rare. I almost didn't even see it. Oh my goodness. That would have been cool if we messed that up. Are you serious? The dark brown is a rare. 45.21 gold, and I almost just exited the harvest screen. Okay, so Gandhair almost cost us really bad there, or really shooting bad with the Gandhair. The Gandhair did fine, and then a liver shot saved it. Whoa. I love the dark browns. They look really cool. It's got like the darker mane and stuff. Early in the morning like this, I didn't notice it. Running up to it, I didn't notice it. That's awesome. All right. Well, Vurhonga was the right call today, and whoever reset the time to morning, that ended up working out really well in our favor. Not bad. I can't believe, like, did not even notice that we had just gotten that. So there goes the Gensbuck. They're kind of leaving. Don't see any monsters down there. Don't know what that was all about. So what we might do is just quickly fast travel. Ah, that's the spot I wanted to check. That spot's usually pretty good. Let's get up here then. Doesn't look like anybody checked this for Gensbuck. They're going to be leaving, but maybe we can find them. So we got wildebeest taking off up there. All those guys look pretty average size. There's an OK 4 in there. That's the only Gensbuck I see so far. There have to be more around. Oftentimes, like, the northern end of that lake is pretty good. So I think for now, if we can, I'd like to get a shot at that guy, but no 22 strat is going to be, like, alerting him or something. And Gensbuck do, like, a jump to the side, similar to what we do with foxes and stuff, where they roll over and you can get a second shot. You can do that with Gensbuck, but not with a single shot weapon. There's him going alert. We'll go 7 mil for this. Heard another one. Could not ID that warning call because we got the fleeing call, so we'll have to try to maybe spot it. Oh. I think that was it. Alright, that's not impressive, neither is that. Bunch coming out. I don't know where they were. And you maybe did notice it there. There was kind of a lot going on with the warning call and turning and trying to find that, but that little sideways jump they do with, you know, any kind of repeating rifle, you can get that follow-up shot and take that initial shot at a bad angle. So, right along at 88 meters, right on the nose, a 256 silver. Hopefully we can find more, like I said. I mean, that was just coming on down here. Maybe we can get that jump thing again. So they do that thing there, and it's a really slow animation where you can get the follow-up. And luckily that time, no follow-up needed. So real quick, bonus Gensbuck gonna be a 239 silver. And because we're a multiplayer and just shot 2 things pretty much side by side, we're gonna try to get out of here. Bet you there's a lion up that direction. I would say that answers that. So that's right about, is that actually 190? I think so. Actually, the spotting estimate would say so. So let's try the Gandhair again. Again, not really that it was the problem with the last shot. What are the odds? Walked right back to where he was. All right, then. That's what's supposed to happen. Man, thank goodness, A, we shot that lion, because in the early light like that, I had no idea it was dark brown. And B, that we did go back to the 7 mil. That's something that I really think going forward when we hunt for Vurhonga. It makes me wonder, have we passed on dark brown lions in that, you know, early lighting? Because it surely wasn't obvious. It is funny to think about, but in light of the last couple of years in the Hunter Call of the Wild and the redos we've seen, whether it's, you know, bighorn and mule deer, going back to some prior ones we had, you know, red deer got redone, fallow deer, really, really good looking ones, and even just the new species, I think of tigers. The day that lions get redone, I can't wait to see what those rares end up looking like. But for now, we got a tan fur type, double lung heart shot at 190 meters with a Gandhair. It ain't extremely obvious, but there is a difference, and the lighter it gets, apparently the more obvious it is. Now that is a max estimate scrub hair track. Not a lot of those that we encounter, and I'm not sure, like, that track's going like that direction. Is this... It's fresh. We don't get a connecting arrow, so I guess we're gonna have to do some run around. Oh, okay, I have no idea. That's more in line with our other track. Oh boy. Oh, this might take a second. There it is. I knew I could hear it. Just a level 2, although I don't think that entirely ensures that he won't make it. or that she won't make it. Got the insta-kill with the 410 bird shot, so that's a plus. It was 4 to 5 estimate. Diamond's 5.6 or somewhere in there. That's a 4.87, so not even close on that. 5.3 for Diamond Scrub Hair. Kinda got a little everything. Not that bad, 32 meters, 410 bird shot looking pretty decent. Speaking of redos, a Scrub Hair redo one day would be nice. Pretty much everything on Vurhonga, frankly, but, you know, since we were talking about it. That's a kinda decent level 4 Springbuck. He just went nervous out there, too. I'm fairly sure he's out of hearing range. So we might be able to get that one. That's a 4. So let's go with the cap lock. Let's get that. And then we'll see if we can get on the tracks of that heavy one. Or maybe if we get lucky. As I said, yeah, he's not going to spook. If we had, like, literally any other gun, easy shot, and that was the point of today. I mean, he's still just standing up there. If we can somehow, you know, get to within 130 like we did before, we'd be fine. And of course, that reload took 100 years. We'd already be there. Now he's starting to move off, so that's going to make it a whole lot more difficult. I almost hate to, like, unspot him here for the second it's going to take to claim, but let's grab this one. That was 65. Now we'll go see if we can get one 70 plus. I think that one will be. Gonna be a real challenge going over top of that hill not to just spook him. That's him right there. Looks pretty good, honestly. Like, I feel like we have 5s in that range. I forget, I want to say Diamond is 78 and change, so maybe there's some outside chance, but that's 60 meters. We are reloaded. Let's get zeroed for 50, and we'll just probably pop up and get him to move, because I don't know what kind of penetration rate we get out of the round balls. By the time he notices us, we're just about broadside, but he is going to spin. There we go. I think he dropped. There he is. A little bit of smoke and some high grass. He completely disappeared, but good deal. I really do like this reload animation, by the way. It's forever long, so I usually don't show it, but pretty good looking. Overall, I'd say it's quite realistic, but anyway, that's only a 68? That's 10 below Diamond. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Diamonds are a little bit bigger. Shape-wise, though, looks pretty decent. Hard shot that one at 50 meters, almost 50 meters flat. It's lion drink time now, by the way. We already killed a rare lion, so I figured we'd run around and hunt some other stuff, and it's paying off. Well, I think we found all the Cape Buffalo. Like, half of these are the brown fur. Is that a 9? That is a 9. 139 to 161. He is one of the, apparently, few that's not that brown fur type. But we have the Kane here. I think we might even attempt, like, a 250 meter shot. He's really, like... Okay, he's got 4 bodyguards right now, but that is the smaller horns, I believe. I don't know if we can do 250. By the time we get a clear shot, we might have to get a whole lot closer, but that's pretty darn cool to see. Ooh, that's going to be a thing. Okay, we got an aggressive one there. How far is that? Because if we spook any of the buffalo in that herd, they're likely going to walk out of there. So we got to, like, back up, take this one out, and then go back in there? So I think the worst we should do from here is get some of these to go attentive, so I think we're alright. We do want to go single shot to bring this one down, because 2 shots might get him to go alert. I think that's going to be a vital. Did we indeed? Going down very fast, actually. That's pretty darn impressive. Just to check. Those guys are none the wiser. This guy's down. That was single lung. Full quick kill by a mile? Not bad. We'll see what a potential longer shot does, because they did shift around a little bit. So that, oh boy, that is going to be tough. There is a window to get vitals, but it isn't a huge window. That's about 250, and that female cape just pushed that one in the way. Okay, you moved out. Let's get to the side, because that is as good a 250 meter shot opportunity as we're going to get. 0 for that range. See if we can do this. That might have been a smidge low, I'm not sure. He's dropping. I think we got him. And we've maybe got a visitor coming down here, so we'll have to deal with that first. But yeah, that cannot have been flesh. He wouldn't die that fast. I'm not sure he'd die at all. So we'll see if he makes it. And in the meantime, we'll get reloaded for the one that's coming on down this way. There it is. Might try to sidestep that, because it should be going aggressive to, like, that point where we shot from. Now we're talking. That one's going nowhere. Getting some pretty solid hues out of the can here, redeeming itself from the lion fiasco. That was a heart shot. Now we go and see if that up there was a diamond. So he's laying in all this high grass right here. Or actually, he's just outside of it. I wonder if that's the same capes that are nervous up there? Probably is. Got scrub hair taken off. Nothing big there either way. That is definitely small horns, so... Oh, it's barely trolling by like 0.2 something. It was 252 meters. Maybe a little low, but plenty high. It's not like it's at the very bottom of the left lung. Solid shot. Very low weight. We're lucky he's even that close. Unfortunately, he falls a little bit shy, but I love the Cape Buff, like those huge horns. Doesn't matter how many times we see it, it gets the heart pumping. So let's, it's 1500. Let's maybe keep on scooting over through here. That ain't a bad looking kudu down there. It's a level 4. Oh man, he's in all that grass too, and we don't have a weapon that can reach out to 350 meters other than the 7 mil. So that angle's awful. And he's not at the distance where we could get him to go alert with just a gunshot into the air. This is going to be interesting. So right here, we can actually see to make that shot. So it's almost right on 300 anyway. See if we can get that under the spine and into the lungs. That actually looked really cool. It had like, there's that mountain goat animation. I think a lot of animals now, when you shoot them bedded, they have the animation where they kind of like fall onto their side and scramble to get back up. I think that's what that was. But it brought him down so fast, he kind of stood up and then just fell right back over. And you know, we already had one thing with the sun. I can't tell if that's a rare kudu. It might be that red-brown or whatever. Oh man, she was trotting for a second. I don't know what that is. Kind of thought the 7 mil might be able to punch through. It's going to bring her down. If it is a rare, it's not a huge deal, but it didn't look common to me. It was the gray fur type, so perfectly common. So I guess the sun makes kudu look rare and lions look common. Imagine that. So there's our kudu male in all this grass. Nice looking was a heart shot at 312 meters. 141 scores, that's about 10 shy of diamond. Not half bad, and we already know based on the surf edge, this over here is just a common female kudu. And with that, little intestine shot there at 212 meters, we're going to take our dark brown lion back to the trophy lodge and see if we can find a spot for him. And of course, the real question is going to be, where are we putting this? Because obviously our albino lion back there isn't going to get replaced. We sort of have all 3 rares for lions there anyway. It's a dark brown female, a blonde female, and then the albino male. I was thinking like one of these lower large plaques. Like we've got our 285 yak there. On this side, it's a pretty nice diamond water buffalo. We've got some other diamond water buffalo in the lodge, so why don't we do that? Because I do think when you do these predator mounts on the wall, lower down just kind of makes more sense. So of course we're going to do something like that. Probably that one. Not half bad. And like I said, the day that lions get a redo, that's going to look even that much cooler. But man, shot it by accident, and it ain't the first time we've shot an accidental rare over on Vurhonga Savanna right here in this duck out multi-mount. The hybrid widgeon in the back there with the green head, same exact thing. Just shot it because it was in front of us. Ended up being an epic rare. So nice to get back on Vurhonga. Always cool to bring a rare back to the trophy lodge. And who knows, maybe we'll head out there sooner rather than later once again. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.